Whoever raised you and loved you as you are, helped make you who you are. That person was my mom and my dad and all the people in my family. My mom and dad have been married over 50 years. And if anyone taught me about love and food and cooking, it was them. Today I'm sharing my mother's recipe for lentils. It's so good. Vamos a cocinar. I'm so excited to share this recipe with y'all today. My mom's lentil recipe is delicious. Even my pickiest eater will have 3 bowls in a night, which is amazing. We'll get our celery first. I'm using 6 stalks of celery. I rinse them, I remove the whites like you saw me do. You can use those whites for stock or you can compost them. I split every one of my celery stalks in half. It just makes the job of cutting them a little easier. Make sure you have a nice sharp knife. I brought my favorite one on vacation. Yes, I did. Just cut down those ribs and I just cut through it once. Once I've diced everything up, I get it into a container. I would usually use a bowl, but I was using a measuring cup to give you guys my exact measurements, and I got 1.5 cups of celery. Now I grab a nice big onion. I'm using a yellow onion. You can use a sweet yellow onion if you'd like, or like the Vidalias, that's fine. Just make sure it's not a red onion because that does change the flavor profile. Dice that up very well and get that into your container to chill out with its friend, celery. I also got 1.5 cups of onion. Get to your stovetop and add 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can also not use any oil. And you're going to saute your celery and onion in there for 7 minutes. After it's nicely sauteed, you'll add a little bit of water and your spices. I used adobo, basil, which I show you the wrong way. Oh my gosh. And I use garlic powder. You'll also use 6 teaspoons of bouillon. I use the no chicken broth. Get your lentils and dump them in. Mix well and let it chill out, covered, simmering for 30 minutes. Now let's get started on that rice. I do add olive oil to my rice. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of that olive oil to your pot. Add your rice. I'm using 2 cups of rice. I cover it completely in oil. Notice how it looks a little bit green right there before I add the water. Then I add 2.5 cups of water. Stir that well and then salt to taste. I always kind of taste the water to see if it's a mi gusto. So make sure it's just to your taste. Bring it to a boil and then stir it one more time. And this is where the magic happens. Cover it and leave it alone. No lo toques. Just leave it for 25 minutes. Check on your lentils. At this point, the lentils should have absorbed a lot of the water. I add more water at this point. If you taste the water, it's gonna be pretty salty. So you'll need to add more water. At the end, I ended up adding 10 cups of water completely. So in my entire pot that you see at the end, it has 10 cups of water. So you'll see me adding some water, I'll stir it, and I'll taste it until I get it to just the right flavor that my family enjoys. Once it's just right, I remove it from the heat, and my rice is ready. Perfect timing. I serve this with my rice. So I put my lentils down first, and then I put a heaping scoop of rice. It is so delicious. I hope your family enjoys it too. Buen provecho.